Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Fast motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. At midfield, he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They move the tight end all over. To the air on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a productive play on first down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Oh, how did he make that move? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Arroyo. At the 40, there he goes. Afterburner's coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Trying to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Ward. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, quarterback's got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score tied at 7. Let's go. Break. Let's go.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
This defense is going to have to gang tackle this big physical running back. One guy's not going to get the job done. 2, 3, 4 plus hats to the ball every single time this guy has it in his hands.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Quarterback will audible. Wide out in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. A shot toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Pulls it in. It's Martinez. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the game.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Restrepo. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 32, Buffalo 7.
The Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That's reeled in. It's George. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
A designed run for the quarterback. Inside the 35. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Martinez on the carry. Runs through a tackle. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Getting some heat. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Was to pass. They're bringing heat. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued.
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. 4th down, nobody open. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. And you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Caught near the sideline, it's Morrow. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to him again. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. Miami 28, Buffalo 9.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Agbana. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
Movement here from the tight end. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Morrow. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front, it's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They want to just keep throwing it. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He caught it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because the speed on defense.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. Coming after him. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. At the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
I like this coaching staff scheming fade routes out in the field. We're so used now in college football to seeing those throws only down in the end zone. But, hey, you've got a lot of green grass to throw to. Press man coverage gives you the opportunity. Take the...
Touchdown, Buffalo! A great catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.